How many times have you wondered what goes into marriage or long-term partnerships? Is it worth it?
We've been married for 51 years.
54 years.
Is it constant fights or a bed of roses? Or like me, do you suffer from your partner's inability to use a coaster? Those studies have shown it can reduce your lifespan. Well, you can find out from my first-hand experience of being married for 346 days. Let's dive in. Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about lessons that I have learned in my 346 days of being married. So we all know that the word marriage sounds like a heavy commitment, and it sounds quite scary. It can be quite scary actually. One could even equate it to the bravery of living in Nigeria without a power bank or a generator, because that is a level of strength I will never understand. As with most things in Nigeria, it only gets scarier as the time goes by and as you grow older. So the idea of fantasizing about marriage has never been one I cared for. But then I found myself being married. A girl met boy. So number one lesson I learned is that it is definitely not daily date or a bed of roses. Oh my god. In fact, more often than not, you wake up with your partner's foot on your head or his head on yours after you finish snoring the entire night, right? It's like, yeah, wow. Really isn't it as glamorous as the media made it sound or your parents make it seem, right? I personally think marriage has the best PR after babies. Could just be me. And it is so mundane. In fact, honestly, you would look at your partner one day and you'd be like, brah. You have to breathe that loudly now, don't you? Right? You can't breathe any slower, even though I am just trying to exist right next to you, right? So those type of, it's really, really mundane. It is amazing. So that is why I recommend that you do it with your person. No matter how much you get, like, you still be like, yeah, alright, you're not so bad after all. And this is also the most, trust me, it's the only cliche thing, inshallah, that I will say. You are on the same team. It's a lot harder to practice, oh, we are on the same team. I mean, people say it's so like when you're having some form of misunderstanding, it's difficult to see like, but you're not even understanding my point of view. And then the person's like, but you are also not getting my point of view. Like, so it's difficult to like understand. We are on the same team. Let's like solve this together. But I think we haven't cracked it at all. I think we're on the path to cracking it. But it's truly, you and your partner are on the same team, and you should definitely understand that. Number 3 is, oh my god, the power of codependency. Bruh. If anybody told me this, trust me, I promise you, I will not have believed them, because I think it's something that you can only experience, right? You come together as individuals with great personality, get married, right? And then all of a sudden you have become this codependent, boring people together, especially if you are like us that don't like necessarily to socialize anyway. We are both introverted. You become one lump of boredom. Even when I was living with my parents, I was very, very independent. Then I moved out, started living by myself. Still very independent, got married to this man. Now if I have to go for a sleepover, explain to me why I'm thinking about this man. Explain to me why I'm thinking, oh my god, now I have to wake up without his loud breathing right next to me, or like to like just lie down in bed today and there's nobody to disturb or be annoyed by. There's nobody to like eat with. See, even if you're careful, that codependency thing will really creep in, because you spend too much time with this person, you interact too much, you eat together, you like these habits, like they become quite intertwined. It is scary, isn't it? The next one is how simple things become. I really love it. They just become a lot easier because you're doing things together. Even if you're doing meal prep, you've got somebody like blending the tomatoes, somebody doing that, somebody doing the other thing. It's never a one, you just doing everything. For instance, say you're living by yourself, you've got to do everything by yourself. Now, when you get married, it becomes less work. And that is absolutely amazing. I love that very much. The next one I want to say is that I definitely want to tell you to marry somebody that is very kind. Getting married to somebody that is absolutely kind is terribly important. They're not just kind to you, they're kind to everyone as well. Like, Because me, I feel as though if you're only kind to somebody that you love, please, that is not kindness. That is that you're mad. Something is doing in your brain. But if you marry somebody that is kind, it will show up in many things. It will show up in how you guys fight, because there are going to be fights, but how you fight is terribly important. We haven't cracked that as well. We are learning through all of this. The next one is, I will definitely recommend that you marry somebody that is thoughtful, somebody that, you know, it's just thoughtful, knows, like, it's very nice that, for instance, my partner, like when he's coming back, tofu, you call it awara here, there's this my aura person that sometimes he just actually buys it without me telling him to buy it. But when he goes out in the morning, he leaves me like little post-it notes, a short note, not a letter, but like totally thoughtful. I love that. I just love that so much. So I think it's very important that you marry somebody that is very thoughtful. And one of the most beautiful things is also you feel like you have a human being. You're a human being. I call my partner my human, because like amazing, like you're just my human being that I do life with. Alhamdulillah, like you get, it's I don't know, it is a beautiful thing.
This is a big one, bruh. Marriage will teach you patience.
Because a lot of times you just be like, Lord, is this the day? Is this the day that I return to?
So because you share a living space, you will have such a huge fire, and you can't just like, you're not going back to your house. You are going to sleep there. You are going to have to find a way to talk it out. You're going to become patient, because I have become quite patient person. My mother is still more patient than me, but to be honest, it forces you to learn patience. It's too sweet.
This next one is a very, very important one. It may not seem like it right now, but trust me, you have the ability to be able to love somebody that chooses not to use a coaster when it's right there. It may not feel like it in the moment, you'll be like, grr, but you have the ability. I have faith in you. Warning though, this will be a very difficult thing to do.
The next one I want to mention is, it is not always about, because we live together, oftentimes I think we get wrapped in this idea of if the other person is having a mood swing or something else is happening, it has to be about us. More times than not, it really isn't, because what you have to understand is this space that you share is also your partner's private space. When they're going through stuff, it's their safe space. And we live in Nigeria, bro. If you're not pissed off every 2-3 business days, I don't know, please give me the code. Who is your dealer? Because I need the person's number. Thank you. Have you talked about the bravery of living with somebody else? Because think about it, you come from a complete different background than your partner. He comes or she comes from a complete different background as to you, right? And you come together, merge, and become these people who live together, do things together, always seeing each other 24/7. So that bravery, because things are going to shoot. There's no right way to do things. Your way is your way. That's the only way that you know. So that bravery of like expanding yourself and stretching yourself to accommodate another person, especially if you've been living by yourself, is going to be quite tough, especially in the beginning. But trust me, as things go by, as things move, you'll find that it gets easier over time, and before you know it, you guys have developed this synchronicity and things just find a way to move in the right rhythm according to you without too much effort into it. Do you get?
Attractiveness. You definitely want to get married to somebody that you're attracted to, somebody that you find absolutely beautiful, absolutely stunning. So you want to be happy to be able to look at the person. And I don't like how people downplay how attractiveness really play a good role in every stage of your partnership. Attractive, I don't know, it's just not worth it, is it? Wow.
I'm sorry, how attractiveness, is important, but when you're fighting, you're thinking, okay.
No, it really, what I would say is that it really helps.
Forget, why are you marrying somebody because you're not attracted to them? Say you're not married. Say if you're fighting, you might be like, you're never fine. Oh.
No, it's not like you'll be like you're not even fine, but it will help you in like calming you down, because you look at their face and then they're difficult to look at.
Okay, if I tell someone, when you look at the face, it doesn't vex you.
No, really. I mean, it can vex you.
I'm asking you.
No, definitely. Your face would not be the most thing, but imagine then, like I already don't like your face, right? Your face is then originally difficult to look at. And then you go, how am I supposed to let go? You film?
I'm not saying you film. You asked me. I thought you're having a conversation. Everybody's saying ugly people should not get married. Because when they fight,
No.
when
I
they
mean, you may actually be to you. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying what I find attractive is not necessarily what another person will find attractive. Maybe people would think you're ugly or difficult to look at. That's why I said personally to you, not to everybody else. It's not like the person has to tick every standard of like society's standard of beauty or whatever, right? You just have to find them attractive. You just have to think that they are beautiful.
2 of them are not fighting. They're fighting.
I don't know if it's so funny to you.
The marriage will end.
Are you trying to end? Please get married to somebody that has, you know, somewhat your similar sense of humor, or like is funny in some way, because this life is already difficult, especially if you're living in Nigeria. We're going through so much. So imagine now somebody that like you tell a like dry joke, because I am always one of the people that is always cracking up some really joke. I laugh at my own jokes. That is how humorous I find myself. So I tell myself my dry jokes to him, and a lot of times it doesn't find them hilarious. I don't know. Do you find my jokes hilarious?
I mean, that is not different. I mean, yeah, well, even as a character, you're funny. So
Even as what?
as a character,
Even as a character, I'm funny.
you do something around like I'm only creating this because you're a joke.
Yeah. So I think it's absolutely necessary that you marry somebody that you have a similar sense of wit or humor with, and if that is not the case, please figure something out, because life is difficult as is, to be honest. So you don't want to be marrying a 24/7 serious person. Oh, you must achieve this goal. Why are you telling me to achieve my goals before 7 a.m. in the morning? The next one is also very important. Please, if you're a morning person, I don't know, this is actually just me. You can marry whatever you want to marry, right? But what I'm saying is that imagine you're not a morning person and this person is a morning person, right? And then you wake up in the morning. You do that with like not a sense of yay. So if you don't get married to a morning person and you are not, very early in the morning, why are you excited during Subhi prayer? Why are you cheering on very early in the morning? Why are you excited to be alive very early in the morning? What is doing you? Is there like some form of deficiency? Is there something wrong with you? And do you just want to hurt me? Because that's how I would feel. So I also think that it's quite important that you marry somebody that is not as cheerful in the morning, because that just will kill me. Like, why are you this excited in the morning? What is wrong with you? Why? You can wake up in the morning and just like get a cup of coffee, but don't be truth about it, you know? So that is a thing, though has definitely its up and downs, but I definitely know that I will not change anything, actually, though annoying sometimes, but I will not change it back to like when I was single, living by myself, and I think that is beautiful. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much. Write down below if you enjoyed this video or what you liked most about it, all of that. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye. I'll see you on the next one.